goes. Handle that. On three, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna start off, same thing, right? I'm gonna pummel to the inside. Now I control the inside space, meaning I can go either leg, right? Pick and choose which leg I go to, because I'm controlling the inside space. I go Ashi. I look for the straight ankle. Get the straight ankle. Boom. She puts the boot on. So I'm going to open up, control, stomp the ground to the reach position. I do this to expose the heel. Heel hook. Boom. She's going to tuck her heel to the bend. I'm going to pass it over, go into the honey hole. Get the inside heel. She's going to push on my shin, escape. I switch to the other leg. Ashi. Get the straight ankle. She puts the boot on to the bend. I open up, send her to the rear. Expose the heel, get the outside heel hook. She tucks the heel, I pass it over to the honey hole, inside, she bends. Ashi on the other leg. Everybody got it? Everybody need to see it again? Y'all figure it out. I love you guys. On three, 1, 2, 3. Ashi now, is it a good Ashi? No. I need to pin the hip and frame away, right? And I'm pushing forward and pulling back. So, counter, right? Forward, back. If she comes up on top of me, right? I have this frame in. Huge difference being here and she comes up, right? Oh no. Here, here. Elbow, no. Right? I only have ever on my elbow to talk to you guys. I want to be on my shoulder and I want to have the slack away, right? I want her toes in the back of my armpit. I want to look at these little tendons that I'm about to snap. I'm not trying to break this big bone right here. I'm looking to break these little tendons. So, toes in the back of the armpit, hand on the belly button. If I can see these tendons, I know I'm in the right spot, right? You don't even like it already. I row the boat, right? Rowing my shoulders back, take more slack out, and now I can start arching and looking away, all right? It doesn't take much. My voice doesn't change when I'm doing this, right? We talked about the straight ankle, controlling Ashi. We talked about controlling the inside space, right? Whatever leg I want on the inside. She's standing, right? Same thing. If I'm controlling the inside, I get to pick whatever leg I want. And we also talked about keeping Ashi, right? Controlling Ashi and keeping it. So let's say I'm in Ashi. It's a good Ashi, but pushing on the hip, right? Foot on the hip. She's gonna push it off. That's the correct defense, right? Move it away. Since I control the inside space, I can go all the way to the other one. Or if I want to keep the same one, we talked about she pushes off. I go straight into the Captain Morgan, right? Start placing up heel hooks, or get my grip, falling right back into the submission, controlling the same Ashi. So that's kind of a recap of what we covered so far, correct? All right, so today I want to talk about breaking the boot from Ashi. So we're staying on Ashi. We've done it all month long. I think Ashi is home base. I get to Ashi, I know I get to go multiple different places. So if you become a master at Ashi, you can start learning different paths, right? Nobody's gonna be good at the honey hole if they suck at Ashi. Make sense? So, today, we're going to talk about breaking the boot. So, she's got a really, really good boot, right? Boom! Really hard. I'm not going to get the straight ankle from here. I'm going to make sure I get at the end of the lever where her toes are. And then I start rowing the boat backwards. And I break it at the lever. So, if she keeps the boot on and I'm pushing right here, I'm never going to break. I go here, it's way easier because I'm at the end of the lever, right? So, when they have the boot on, I find the end of the lever. Boom. Now I can attack the end of the lever. So really good boot, really hard. Alright, really hard. Break. Back, start looking for the break. John, you're a big strong man. So, here, big strong boot, right? Not gonna break it. I find the end of the lever. Now, broken boot. Yeah. Now I can start adjusting. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. So do you adjust the tip of the foot when you're on your elbow like that, or are you just doing that?
I'm just doing that to talk to you guys.
Okay.
Usually I'm digging in, right? I'm thinking about rowing that boat. Look at the finishes.
Okay.
Alright, so the other thing I wanted to show tonight from Ashi, this is my big man killer. White belt, I can't heel hook him, but I still need to beat this guy. I'll get to Ashi, they'll put that boot on, and they're big and strong, and they don't want to be tapped by a 135-pound Chuck. So they're really hard, right? And I'm just struggling. Can't get it in regular Ashi. So we're going to go to the power straight ankle, where I take this out, put it against the hip, stacking my other one, and now I got both legs to start ripping off. Take home. I got both to stomp. Bow.
Does that mean you're fully committed to it then?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you why.
Boot to pal, that's all commission. It's all commission.
I'll tell you why. This is my Hail Mary. So don't go power straight ankling everybody. Because you might get your back taken. So I'm here, right? I've already got everything locked. You know, I'm banking on this power straight ankle. Right? Everything's locked. I got a good Ashi. Everything's in place except for the finishing mechanic, right? I go here to stomp. If it don't work and she gets both pushed over to this side, I'm in double outside. Doesn't mean the end of the world. Double outside's in a pretty good position. But once I've committed and I'm pushing, right, and she pushes it over, she's coming up. So just know, if you don't get it, you're playing into a trap. So, new drill, right, here. They got a really tough boot. We're going to pretend like we couldn't find the end of the lever or something went haywire. They're huge, right? Big, strong, muscly leg. Couldn't get it. Stomp. Got it? On three. 1, 2, 3. Now we've covered all one. So now, control the inside space. We're going to go Ashi. She's going to start looking to defend. I'm going to go Captain Morgan. Get my overhook. Back to Ashi. Strong boot. Power straight ankle. Got it? Control the inside space. Why do I control the inside space? So I can attack any leg I want. I can attack any leg I want. Inside space. I get to Ashi. She starts pushing down to defend. I follow with my knee. Captain Morgan. Get my overhook. Fall backward. Into Ashi. She puts a strong boot on. Finish you with a power straight. Got it?
Yes, sir.
On three. 1, 2, 3. Is this a good Ashi? No. Not at all. But I'm in Ashi. So, we talked about a good Ashi versus a crappy Ashi. So, a good Ashi, I'm curling back. And I'm going forward with my knee. Right? Here, opposing forces. I'm trying to trap that hip. I'm never on my elbow. I'm on my shoulder for these finishes. And I like cupping the knee line because I like heel hooks and I like keeping that knee line. So here, Ashi. To get my straight ankle finish, I make sure I make a big chest. I row the boat and then I pivot on my shoulder. Right? Her toes are in my armpit and I'm attacking these little ligaments, right? I'm not attacking this big bone. I might get it on you, but I ain't getting it on anybody bigger than me. Alright? So I gotta attack these itty bitty ligaments. So I make sure I'm shotgun back. The toes are in my right on the back of my shoulder. I'm on my shoulder. Big chest. I row the boat. And I start looking away to get the finish. We talked about controlling Ashi. If she starts the common defense of pushing it off the hip, me following with my weight and going up to this Captain Morgan position to beat the defense, right? Talked about going ahead and getting our grip back, finishing straight ankle, right? So, this month, we're going to start talking about getting to Ashi. We're going to start discussing entries. We're going to start very basic, and we're going to keep on killing people with some Ashi. Ashi's home base, and we should learn to kill from Ashi. Alright, so we're going to start with this really basic Ashi entry. A lot of people start on their booty, one person standing right. I'm going to come in like an athlete. I'm not coming in head down or anything. Good posture, like an athlete, staggered stance. I'm right-handed. I like my right foot forward when I grapple. So, athletic stance. I scoop up the ankles and I'll follow her. My right foot right into the booty cheek. Here, knee, ankle, and right into Ashi. Good finish. Real basic Ashi entry. Person sitting, I come in like an athlete, scooping up like 2 scoops of raisin in your Raisin Bran, right? That's what they advertise. You get 2 scoops of raisins. I'm getting 2 ankles. Ankles, stutter step, knee, ankle, back foot straight to the hip. Notice I'm not falling on my elbow. Do not dislocate your shoulder. But falling on your elbow, that shit will come straight out. Fall on your shoulder. Understood? What do you not do?
Fall on your elbow.
Thank you, guys. We can handle this? On 3, 1, 2, 3.